Hello friends, I am Vitaly Portnikov. French President Emmanuel Macron has found himself in a diplomatic scandal with both the United States and the European Union following his recent visit to the People's Republic of China. Macron's trip was originally planned as a show of European unity with regards to China and included a visit to Beijing by the head of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. However, Macron's comments during interviews with French publication Les Echos and American outlet Politico have caused controversy. Macron emphasized the importance of political autonomy of the European Union, a statement that some have interpreted as a veiled criticism of the United States. His remarks regarding Taiwan and the state of American-French relations were also noted, particularly given the sensitive nature of Taiwan's status in the U.S.-China relationship. During his joint meeting with von der Leyen and Chinese President Xi Jinping, Macron echoed the European position on a peaceful resolution of the Taiwan issue. However, it remains unclear what was said during Macron's private meeting with Xi Jinping in Guangzhou, where the French president was received as a political star. Macron reportedly stressed the need for France to maintain independence from the United States on the Taiwan issue, despite the potentially serious consequences of the People's Republic of China's harsh reaction to American-Taiwanese contact. Macron's comments have been seen by some as an attack on the common values shared by the United States and the European Union. The French president's assertion that Europe should become the third pole in the world order further complicates the already tense relationship between the US and its European allies. The implications of Macron's statements for the future of transatlantic relations remain to be seen. As history has shown, such moves can be a dangerous game to play. French President Emmanuel Macron has already tried to make inroads with Russian President Vladimir Putin, but his efforts proved fruitless. Macron invited Putin to a private meeting at his palace in Besançon before the meeting of the Group of Seven, and even acted as a kind of lawyer for him during the meeting. However, nothing came of the summit. Moreover, as gratitude, Russia forced France to leave African countries where it had traditionally held influence. Macron did not learn from this experience and instead tried to call for a new summit in the Normandy format in Paris. Although there were no real grounds to meet with Putin, Macron responded to the desire of the new Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, to hold such a summit after his election. The Paris summit ended in a fiasco and brought Putin's decision about the so-called Great War against Ukraine closer. At the end of her term, German Chancellor Angela Merkel looked on with surprise at Macron and Zelensky, who simply did not realize what real conclusions had been drawn by the Russian dictator. Despite this, Macron continues to search for a way to dialogue with authoritarian states that supports the Russian Federation and is eager to find its own sphere of influence in Europe. He seems to have forgotten that the economic separation from China, like the economic separation from Russia, will have serious implications for the French and European economies. Without a close relationship with the United States and other democratic states, the situation could become dire. Republicans have warned that if Macron continues to speak on behalf of the whole of Europe, the United States may concentrate its foreign policy on China, leaving Europe to fight the war in Ukraine alone. The split between Europe and the United States could lead to a significant deterioration of Ukrainian opportunities in the confrontation with Russia. The French president's attempts to find a common language with the Chinese leader at the expense of the United States are a serious blow to the interests of the democratic world. It's concerning that Macron cannot realize this, and hopefully other European leaders can explain to him the foreign policy mistake he is making. This new scandal involving the leaked documents from the Pentagon has become an important topic in world politics. It's feared that the leak of secret documents could seriously affect the situation related to the further development of events with the United States allies, including Ukraine, South Korea, and Israel. Ukraine has already made changes to its military plans following the alleged counterattack, but its strategic plans remain unchanged. Investigations are ongoing to determine the source of the leaked documents, with some leads pointing towards gaming companies. In Russia, opposition politician Volodymyr Kara-Murza has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for state treason, despite never having access to any secret information or reporting any confidential information. This high sentence highlights Russia's slide towards totalitarianism, and critics of the regime can only expect such harsh punishments that can lead to their death. Vladimir Putin's continued rule in Russia only adds to concerns about the country's future. It is obvious that the Russian dictator is going to die in the presidential chair. Thank you, friends. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Please also consider subscribing to my social networks and the Patreon channel, which helps me develop these projects. Use the sponsorship function on YouTube. Peace to you.